Alabama gains another win under their belt after winning against Ole Miss. WAAY 31 Sports Director Nolan Knight has the details.
It was a cold and chilly night here in Oxford, Mississippi, where the 9th-ranked Alabama Crimson Tide made the trip to take on the 11th-ranked Ole Miss Rebels. And Alabama entering this game, they were cold. Losers of 2 of their last 3 tonight, they were hoping to right the ship. Vaught Hemingway Stadium was amped up for this one, and it would take some time for the Tide to warm up. The Rebels would jump out to a 10-0 lead, spotlighted by this Quinshon Judkins plunge to give Ole Miss a lead. But that's when Bryce Young and the Bama offense would finally thaw out as the Tide orchestrated a 7-play, 80-yard drive that was capped off with this Jermaine Burton touchdown to make things 10-7. The Rebels, though, they never backed down. They'd reclaim a lead with another Judkins score, but with the clock winding down in the first half, the Tide would force a fumble and then score with just 12 seconds left in the first half. Young again, this time to Cameron Latou, as the Tide would go into the break trailing 17-14. And that turn of events, Alabama head coach Nick Saban said, was the difference.
It was huge. Set up a score, got us to 17-14. And, from that time on, I thought we played a little better in the game on both sides of the ball.
In the second half, the defense did put on a clinic, sacking the Rebels 4 times and allowing just 1 score, and the offense would tie things up, finishing off a 14-play drive with another Bryce Young touchdown dart. This time, the former Heisman winner found Ja'Cory Brooks in the end zone to tie it all up at 24 apiece just before the end of the third quarter. The Tide would quickly force a 3-and-out and take the momentum into their own hands. Will Reichard would connect on 2 Alabama field goals, and the Crimson Tide found themselves with a simple scenario: keep the Rebels out of the end zone and win the game. But that's easier said than done. Ole Miss with back-to-back 30-plus yard plays to set them up in Crimson Tide territory. And with a minute left on the clock, the game came down to a single play yet again. Jason Dart fires, but it's knocked away, and the Crimson Tide survive the trip to Oxford, taking down the Rebels 30-24.
They were challenged to play to that standard, to take it personal, to understand that they're responsible for the identity that they create by how they play on the field. It shouldn't be anybody else that makes that determination for them. And I think that's, they took it personally, and I think they showed it in the game tonight.
The Crimson Tide get that bounce-back win over the Rebels they were looking for, and although their dreams of a national championship or SEC title vanished tonight with a win by LSU, they do get their swagger back with a win over an SEC foe. They're back in action next week at home against Austin Peay before they host the 2022 Iron Bowl. Reporting in Oxford, I'm Nolan Knight, WAAY 31 Sports.